Hi and welcome to Quizamp, the fun quiz game where you, the viewers at home, are the contestants. Only you can't win anything, except for maybe bragging rights. If you're new here or you would need a refresher, let me show you how we play. Your challenge is score 50 points or more from the rounds and then face the star questions. If you can score 50 or more, you'll have a choice. Take on just one star question, beat it, and become a Quizamp champ. Or take on all 3 star questions, and if you can get them all right, you'll be a mega quiz champ. The ultimate Quizamp title. Use a pen and paper to keep your score, or just play along for fun. Now, although this one isn't really a Christmas special, I do have my Christmas t-shirt on and my Grinch slippers, so I might slip some festive related questions in as we go. The first round is all about pink, and this is multiple choice, so it's 2 points if you get the correct answer before I give you the options, or 1 point if you need the options. Let's play the first round. What word precedes pink rock salt and is a mountain range? Himalayan, Alpine or Andean? That is Himalayan. The full moon known as the pink moon occurs in which month? January, April or June? That's in April. In the Pink Panther movies, who or what is the Pink Panther? A detective, a thief, or a jewel? It is a jewel. The pink ribbon is an international symbol for awareness of what? Heart disease, breast cancer, or diabetes? That's for breast cancer awareness. Which rock and roll star famously bought his mother a pink Cadillac? Was that Elvis Presley, Jimi Hendrix, or Little Richard? That was Elvis. Up next we have What Am I? I'm going to give you 2 clues to an object. Your challenge is, if you can get the item from the first clue, give yourself 2 points. If you need the second clue, it's 1 point. Let's play What Am I? I was invented in the 19th century to transmit messages over long distances. I used Morse code. I am the telegraph. I'm a limestone statue with the body of a lion and the head of a human. There's a painting of Napoleon in front of me at Giza. I am the Great Sphinx of Giza. I'm a popular sandwich named after a city in Germany. I often have pickles, cheese, ketchup and mustard. I am a hamburger. I have 3 hearts and blue blood. I'm a sea creature with 8 arms. I am an octopus. I'm a sport invented at a school in England in 1823. I involve carrying an oval ball across a try-line. I am rugby football. Up next, a simple picture round. You have to identify which one is. It's 2 points if you get the correct answer, as there's no clues. Here we go. Which one is native to North America? That is B, the turkey. Which one is a Phillips head screwdriver? That's C. Which image is ripe Cabernet Sauvignon grapes? That's A. Which one is a Scottish breed of cattle? That's A. And which one is a Roman denarius? That's C. For our next round, all the answers start with the letter H. It's a multiple choice again, so 2 points if you get the answer before I give you the options, or 1 point with the options. Let's play. Which H is a large landed estate in Spanish-speaking countries? Hacienda, hovel or habitat? That is a hacienda. Which H is the Greek god who rules the underworld? Helios, Hermes or Hades? That is Hades. Which H means gaining unauthorized access to a computer or system? Hustling, hacking or hashing? That is hacking. Which H is interrupting a public speaker or performer with comments or jeers? Hounding, haranguing or heckling? That is heckling. Which H is a large saltwater flatfish from the flounder family? Haddock, halibut or hake? That is the halibut. So, did you know your halibut from your haddock? All I know is they're both great with chips. That's British chips, not American chips. That would be weird. Anyway, I've managed to sneak in a Christmas round. Christmas close-ups. It's a picture round, 2 points if you can guess the close-up before I reveal the answer. Let's play. So, what is this a close-up of? Can you tell? That is Santa Claus. And what about these? That is mistletoe. And this one? A Christmas bauble. Any idea what this is? That's Christmas pudding. And the last one, what's this? That is a candy cane. So, if you celebrate Christmas, and I know not all of you do, but if you do, what do you have as a traditional Christmas meal? Here, where I live, it's carp, and I definitely wouldn't recommend it. Anyway, let me know in the comments down below what you have. Our next round is all about festivals and celebrations. Here we go. The Festival of Holi marks the beginning of what season in India? Spring, summer or winter? The answer is spring. La Tomatina is a Spanish festival where participants throw water at each other. Potatoes, oranges or tomatoes? That is tomatoes. Which Italian city is famous for its carnival featuring elaborate costumes and masks? Rome, Venice or Milan? That is Venice. The Kumbh, the world's largest peaceful religious gathering, is for which religion? Hinduism, Buddhism or Sikhism? That's for Hinduism. Oktoberfest began in which German city as a public celebration for a prince and princess's wedding? Munich, Berlin or Hamburg? The answer is Munich. And talking of celebrations, a few videos ago I asked if you'd send in a photo with your Quizamp, MegaChamp or Quizchamp mugs for our Hall of Fame. And I'd like to thank these two legends who did just that. And what I've learnt about the rest of you, you're quite camera shy. But there's still time for you to be immortalised in the Hall of Fame, so send in your photos to the email address on the screen and I might feature you, hopefully, in a future video. Don't be shy. Anyway, we have one more round before we get to the bonus round, and that is random knowledge. Which metal is most commonly used to make drinks cans? Steel, tin or aluminium? And for my American viewers, don't laugh, that's how we British say aluminium. What nationality was author Hans Christian Andersen? Was he Norwegian, Swedish or Danish? He was Danish. The Murray River is the longest river in which country? Canada, Australia or South Africa? And that's probably an easy one for my Australian viewers. Which term is used to describe a temperature of minus 273.15 degrees Celsius? Absolute zero, complete zero or total zero? That is absolute zero. Which author wrote Around the World in 80 Days? H.G. Wells, Jules Verne or Arthur C. Clarke? That was Jules Verne. If you're enjoying the quiz so far, you know what to do. Hit that like button and give me a hype if you've got one to spare. Thank you for that. Let's speed the quiz up a bit now with the bonus round. It's your chance to pick up an extra 20 points. It's rapid fire. They're only worth 1 point each, but they're not too difficult, and we'll review the answers as usual when we get to the end of the round. So if you're ready, let's play the bonus round. Which pirate is entirely fictional? Blackbeard or Long John Silver? What is the most northwestern state of the US? Washington or Alaska? A lepidopterist collects butterflies. Is that true or false? What is sold in the famous London store called Hamleys? Food or toys? Which country has the world's highest life expectancy? Monaco or Portugal? Muscat is the capital of Oman or Yemen? Bronze is an alloy of tin and which other metal? How many pairs of chromosomes do most people have? 23 or 32? Which Old Testament figure was swallowed by a great fish? Noah or Jonah? Speedy Gonzales is the fastest what in all Mexico? Mouse or horse? What colour are London buses? The N in NATO stands for national or north? Which is the smallest mammal in the world? The bumblebee bat or a shrew? Mirror, mirror on the wall is from what fairy tale? Flamingos eat with their head upside down. Is that true or false? A polyandric woman has more than one what? Child or husband? Havana is the capital city of which country? Which animal lives in a set? A beaver or a badger? The constellation Ursa Major is the Swan or the Great Bear? What was Gabrielle Chanel's nickname? So, mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the smartest of them all? Where do I come up with this stuff? Let's check those answers and see how many you got correct. The fictional pirate is Long John Silver. The most northwestern state, Alaska. A lepidopterist does collect butterflies. Hamleys is a toy store. The highest life expectancy is Monaco. Muscat is the capital of Oman. Bronze is tin and copper. We have 23 pairs of chromosomes. Swallowed by a great fish, sometimes written as a whale, was Jonah. Speedy Gonzales is the fastest mouse in all Mexico. London buses are red. The N in NATO is north. The smallest mammal, the bumblebee bat. Mirror, mirror on the wall is from Snow White. Flamingos do eat with their head upside down. A polyandric woman has more than one husband. Havana is the capital of Cuba. Living in a set, a badger. Ursa Major is the Great Bear. And Chanel's nickname, Coco. So, have you managed to score 50 points or more so far? If you remember from the start of the quiz, that was the aim. Add up your score and let's now play the final star questions. I'll give you a choice. You can either play one star question. If you get that correct, you'll be a Quizamp quiz champ. Or play all three, and if you get all three correct, you'll be a mega champ. Now, to make your choice easier, let me show you what the subjects are for those star questions. We have the United Nations, literature and a Christmas song. And as you can see, I've managed to sneak in one last Christmas question, and it's an easy one, so you should play it. So let's play the final star questions. UN peacekeeper troops wear which colour of berets and helmets? In which Ian Fleming novel did James Bond first appear? In the song Jingle Bells, how many horses pull the sleigh? So are you riding all the way to a mega champ? Let's find out. Let's check those answers. Peacekeeper troops wear blue berets. James Bond first appeared in Casino Royale. And oh, what fun it is to ride on a one-horse open sleigh. You know what, I have so much fun making these videos, but I'm not a professional, so I do hope that you enjoy them and get my sense of humour. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, and don't be shy, send in your photos to be immortalised in the Hall of Fame, and I will be back next year with some new videos. Thanks for watching, I'll see you then.